Arch Enemy have yet another new single from their upcoming album, In the Eye of the Storm. Let's check it out. As always, I will be skipping around and editing things for copyright reasons, and I've been getting claimed a lot lately, so deal with it. It's not fun. We're going back to the Inception sound for the opening of this one. Better match that epic drama then. But I gotta say, I've been impressed with all their latest singles as somebody who hasn't really as much enjoyed the Alyssa era output. Definitely a big Angela stan here personally in terms of best Arch Enemy eras. But let's check out this opening riff. Just a simple chug. I like the pounding, almost tribal drums though, so we'll see where it goes from here. Cool visuals. They've definitely been getting a budget here. Big build up. I see here comes Alyssa. What are we gonna get this time? I've been really enjoying her cleans actually, oddly enough. Nope, fake out. Okay, some heavy metal riffing going on here, enjoying that. Get some harsh vocals to kick it off. Yeah, it's kind of a cool, familiar riff, kind of like pulls on the nostalgia. I feel like a little bit of sort of Iron Maiden energy in there. Yeah, this is definitely a kind of throwback sounding track so far, aside from the harsh vocals. Alyssa's sounding pretty good. Definitely a bit of a head bobber. It looks like the guy from Game of Thrones, like shapeshifter guy. With those big harmonies there, very kind of like old In Flames kind of Jester Race sounding stuff. Not bad. I'm kind of hoping there's cleans on this one, oddly enough, because I just think that for this iteration of Arch Enemy, in terms of the newer singles, I think the more like power metal influenced ones have fit, especially Alyssa's style, better than this kind of more harsh style. Back into the chuggy riff. So far, I'm into it. I'm not as kind of like blown away as I was listening again to the other singles for the first time, where I was actually surprised. Yeah, cool riff. Little repetitious. We'll see. I need a little some changes would be nice. Will not die a slave. It's kind of typical lyrics. I've heard much worse though, even just this year in terms of corniness and cliche. But yeah, this is kind of a more Angela era sounding song in some ways. Ooh, we get solo time. What we got for the solos? Alright, starting off simple, some harmonizing. I'm sure we're gonna pick off from here. I'm digging Alyssa's like spiky shoulder thing. Looks very like Ninja Turtles. It'd be like Shredder. Look at those big old spikes on there. And I'm sure we'll get a new wave of the typical simp posting that always happens. They're going for a more slow melodic harmony on this one. I'm waiting for the big ripper to take off. When's it gonna be? Or is that gonna be it? It'd be interesting. Not that I'm against that. Oh, that's it. Drums sound great. Boom, 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 boom. Awesome. Uh-oh, whisper vocals. That's always It's very iffy for me. Yeah, it almost always comes off as corny. Not a huge fan of those. I've heard much worse, though. Okay, here we go. Here's the... maybe the real solo? We got a little slide there. And Alyssa's going to do some interpretive dancing to the solo. As I want to do. Oh, where are we going from here? Picking things up. I always love that classic, like, guitar in the air vibe. That's always great. And then just kind of back into it. Yeah. A little bit of a repetitious song that I think would have benefited from some more dynamics, a little bit of clean singing, which worked well again on the other ones. More soloing. But again, cool visuals overall, pretty decent. I'm a little underwhelmed. All right, and that is Arch Enemy with In the Eye of the Storm, and overall, I'm fine with it. It's funny because like when the first single dropped, my expectations were very low because I've not really been super impressed with most of their modern output. Again, big Angela era stan here. It's been a long time since that was really a thing. So when that first single dropped and it was really good, my expectations were here and it was up here, so it blew me away. Now, though, that's kind of raised my expectations, and I was kind of hoping the next one would be at least on that level, but it's sort of more down here. Still a solid song, but let's just jump into my scales here to kind of talk through that. In terms of enjoyability, give it like an 8. So 8 seems fair. It was enjoyable, slightly above average. I liked it. I wouldn't say I just kind of nothinged it. So I think that feels like a good place for that one. Kind of catchy, but could use a little bit more something. In terms of musicianship, kind of same thing. Like around an 8. Some cool stuff going on, some cool soloing, but very sort of like paint by numbers in a way. Very kind of just repeating the same things. A lot of stuff I've heard before, which I think is a good segue into innovation as well, which is, it's just a 7 for this one. I don't think this represents as much of a maturation of their sound as some of their other singles do. It's just perfectly fits kind of within their catalog as, yeah, that's a Arch Enemy song for sure. So, well, we're looking at like boy, I gave it like an 8.87, which would normally be like a C+. Maybe that's fair if I'm just being kind of as concrete. I feel like B- is maybe a little bit more how I'm sort of feeling about it, but somewhere in that range. In any case, I am very interested to hear the new album. Y'all can let me know down in the comments what you thought of this song versus the other singles. I will be dropping a full Arch Enemy album tier list very soon, which I've been waiting to do for a long time. But in the meantime, you can also check out how I've been chronicling how their albums stack up against other melodic death metal albums in this playlist. But that'll do it for now. Flight of Icarus signing off, and I will see you in the trenches.